What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday, and I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. And for this episode of Waiting on Your Best Behavior, I'm very proud to introduce today's guest is Stonebridge. How are you, Stoney?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Welcome to the show. I'm great, man. I'm excited. This one was a long time coming. We've been bouncing back and forth the idea of doing the show for what, half a year now?
Yeah, I think it was May, wasn't it? It was May, then it went to August, and then August is now December. So, but we're here.
I'm so glad we're doing it. So do you have some settings in mind?
I don't mind anything, so I'm going to think about it from a logical point of view. If we do fixed, it could drag on. If we do capped, it could drag on. So then we're progressive, so then it's a case of zombies or no zombies, really.
It's your show, sir. Whatever you'd like.
Let's do an old favourite then.
Mm-hmm.
Rivertown Advanced Zombies.
With fog?
Fog, no blizzards.
Fog, no blizzards. Oh, no blizzards. Okay.
No blizzards.
Rivertown Advanced. Zombies. Progressive.
Yeah.
Expert. Fog, no blizzards, no alliances. And the code is QP4Q9. I'm going to post that in the chat here. And let's see if we get some players.
Cool.
So why Montenegro? Why did you pick that one?
It's somewhere where I've always wanted to go, never been. I think Croatia and that part of the world is just probably one of the most beautiful coastlines there is. And it was on my list probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I was going, then we switched it at the last minute, and yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Croatia.
There we go.
Someone might know a thing or two about that. I haven't played with Zerky in a while, man. This is exciting.
I haven't played with it. We used to play with each other tons, like every day. We used to play for a long, long time. And I haven't played with him for a long time.
Okay. I'll just throw
That's
some
cool.
invites
General's here.
Whomever. Yeah. Okay, so you went there once on vacation. Is that?
No. I've never been. It's on my list to go. But
It's a dream vacation. Well,
yeah.
Not so far from the UK.
No. A few hours.
Yeah.
So it will happen one day. Never got around to it.
Sure.
And I just figured the British flag was just a little bit, a little bit dull.
Well, this is why I didn't pick the maple leaf, right? I went with something a little spicier with a dragon.
Yeah. And it's generally speaking, you're going to join a game, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a USA flag in there, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. So before we get too deep into the conversation, why don't we just do a quick bio? Who are you? Where are you? When are you? That sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to be careful how I do this.
Ready up. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So...
the diplomatic approach.
Okay. So, I'm in the UK. I'm from England. I'm in the UK.
Yes, sir.
Age-wise, now here's a mystery for you. Yeah. I can be anything from 30. Wait for this. I can be anything from 30 to a 79-year-old female with a man's voice, believe it or not. That's what I've been stoked as a few times. So,
okay.
So I'm somewhere between there. But, yes, I've been in the UK. I spent a good number of years in the Canary Islands, which is actually part of Spain, but off the African coast.
That's gorgeous.
There. Yeah, so I was down there for the best part of 10 years. Which was very, very good.
I'm envious. That sounds very good.
Yeah. So, but no, I enjoy being in the UK, to be honest. It was one of those things where I really enjoyed it. It was a great time in my life. But it was right at the time, and now the right time is to be back in the UK, for me personally, anyway.
Sure.
So it's all good.
Yeah, I've never left my home.
I can't see any zombies. No?
So this is, it might be coming time at some point in my life to explore, but no, I've been very safe, stable, consistent life. I've moved once, that I can
Okay.
in significance. I moved from so I would love to have an adventure at some point, but you know,
I think if you're that way inclined, it's one of those things that has to be done once or twice.
yeah, I am probably that way inclined. So I don't know.
Mm, either way.
My guess from just chatting with you a bit is that we're probably similar age, right? I'm late 30s, so that would be where
Yeah,
I would peg you if I were to guess, but
we can fall into that category, no problem.
sure.
Like I say, I can be anything from I've been 30 and I've been nearly 100 at one point. So yeah, one of those mysteries that still is a mystery. Be a few people that were hoping that they might get the
And
truth there.
what of your profession can you tell us? What do you do for a
Okay,
living
yeah, it's a bit of a
that you're
yeah.
happy to share?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one at the moment. I would say, if anything, I'm a big disliker of labels when it comes to jobs and things like that. So managers and directors and that kind of thing. Not that it's, I believe they have a place and they're needed, but in certain scenarios. So I would call myself, I'm like a conductor of an orchestra. I sort of make things happen for people and make sure people are in the right place at the right time and the jobs they're doing are done properly, etc., etc. So that's what I currently do now.
Okay.
I'm an organizer. That's what I do.
People are the worst though, aren't they?
Organising themselves. Yes. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Yeah.
Sounds
Uh,
challenging.
yeah. Challenging is a word. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely a word I would use. But prior to that, I mean, I said to this to you previously just before we started. If anyone sort of asked me what is my job, what is my profession, I was actually for 15 years I was actually a windsurfing instructor by profession.
Oh, cool.
Um, which is what took me to the Canary Islands originally. So that was very good. Having a beach as your office every day in the sunshine is something that people would do a lot for, and it was
Sounds like something
thoroughly enjoyable.
you would do over there in the Canaries, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Yeah, you got all. If people don't know exactly where the Canaries are, it's a bunch of islands off the coast of. It's due west of Morocco and like
hmm
east or West Africa.
60
So
miles roughly, 60,
right,
70 miles.
I can imagine
Yeah.
the wind coming off the.
hmm
Um,
Yeah, it's a very, very dry heat. Yeah, it's very different to mainland Spain. Mainland Spain is, for an example, summertime is very, very hot, very humid. Wintertime is cooler, whereas the Canaries, being nearer the equator, is sort of more of an all-round climate. Not as harsh in the summertime, and equally warm in the wintertime. So it's nice, lovely place. I
okay,
haven't
so
even seen a zombie yet.
no,
No.
I see one. I see one pocket, but they're kind of being pruned back a bit right now.
Ah,
So we might have
I hope
the.
no one's. I hope no one's going too mad on them.
You don't want to see them get completely eliminated and then infect.
Well, it becomes Russian roulette, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. Found one.
All right. Good. What a relief it is.
Yeah, got one. At least we've got some zombies still.
Right.
Are you a fan of this map or no?
I
We played
am.
this the
I
other day,
am a
actually, didn't
fan
we?
of this map. This map with
Yeah,
fog is particularly fun. There are
it's
all
very
sorts of
unique, isn't
places
it?
to hide.
Yeah, it's very, very unique.
So it really tests your
Uh,
ability to track and pay attention to where everyone is and what they're up to.
yeah, definitely. And it's big enough for it's big enough for everyone to get themselves a little home, and then after that, it's sort of a decision of it. Sometimes it turns into a people on the left sort of have to make a decision with each other of are we going to behave or are we going to fight each other? And in the meantime, what are the people on the other side doing? And it's interesting, makes for an interesting, fun game.
Well, and then working with imperfect information.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if I should say anything because of fog, but that indication, that emote there, Is
Which
it
one?
the one that JK just
Oh, I
the
wasn't watching it,
cheers?
to be honest.
Well, so I think that tells me.
I'm lacking emotes. I've logged on to a different account today, and I'm badly lacking emotes, unfortunately.
I think that tells me some key piece of information.
Have you got a friend? Is that what you've got?
No, I see a potential to stir things up between two enemies,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm going to see if they take the bait.
I don't think I'm involved in that, so
No,
I'll
you're
go for
not.
it.
You're not. You only
Yeah,
have, as
go
far as
for
I
it.
can see, you only have one position on the left. Maybe one more is hiding,
Uh,
but
yeah, always possible.
yeah. This is all right. I'm going to try not to do too much of the I bluff you, you bluff me thing because it'll go nowhere in fog. You're too clever for that one. But I think well, I might as well just tell you. I think Zerky has Western Ruins and JK has Court District. So
That,
I think that.
I
Ooh,
think you've made a very good assumption there.
I have to be. I have to be in more places. I don't. How do I get in more places?
Uh,
Will you tell us about your history with the game? When did you first start playing?
Yay. Okay. Do you mean uh, online, or do you mean as in the game,
In
board
general.
game wise? Um, okay, so board game wise, this was a bit of a strange one actually, because when I was down in the country on a Sunday, me and my friends, it was like a kind of a Sunday thing that we did. We'd get up really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. Well, no, earlier than that. We'd be on the beach for 7 o'clock surfing, and once that was done, sort of lunchtime or whatever, we'd get back to predominantly one of my friends' apartments or whatever, and it was a case of kick back, relax, um, light the barbecue, sit around the pool. What we're going to do, and various things were sort of done, and afternoon entertainment. And one of the things that came out was Monopoly. Well, that lasted for a couple of weeks until a couple of my friends completely fell out over it. And then one day, another friend came in. He says, "I've got this game. It's called Risk." Okay, what's this then? So we started playing that, and of course, we just sat there, set this thing up, started playing, and it went on, and it went on, and it went on. And it was a case of we're going back Monday after work to finish it, and then it was Tuesday after work to finish it, etc., etc. So we did this for quite a while. Then skip forward probably about, I'm just trying to think now, skip forward probably about 18 months or whatever. And I was on my computer one day and I found there was a game online. So I bought what was at the time CD, downloaded it, and installed it. And then it took you to what used to be the MSN Game Zone. And that's where all the games were hosted, etc. And it was just brilliant. It was so good. So I started playing that, and I really, really enjoyed it. Really loved it, and I used to play all the time. And I did that for probably about 4 years, roughly.
Okay.
So yeah, I probably did about 4 years worth then. And then after that, didn't blink an eyelid at it for, I think it was perhaps early 2000 or maybe mid 2019. And I was just on my iPad one day and I had to find it. And try this. I was amazed that it was actually like literally the same game again, exactly as we played originally.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. So I just started playing that, and very quickly I realised, well, apart from the buttons you press, etc., it was all exactly the same. So it was, kind of exactly how I'd left off 20 years ago, really. So it was great. Really enjoyed it. And then I think I'm just trying to think when I first joined Discord. It must have been something in 2019. I think I actually joined the Discord once on the main Risk server. Was there for a little while, sort of read a few things. Didn't seem to be much going on at that time that I was interested in anyway. And then I think I'd left there, and then I think I rejoined again, sort of late 2019, early 2020, and then just started playing from there. So yeah, that's how it sort of came about, really.
You're an old school grandmaster, huh?
Well, like I say, it was the only thing I really struggled with initially was the old version. Like I say, everything was exactly the same. Obviously, you didn't have fog, etc. You didn't have balanced blitz, etc., etc. But the mechanics was the game was the game. But the only thing that you didn't have way back then was you didn't have turn timers. So you'd be playing progressive, and you can run the board, but you've got no limit on time.
Yep.
So once you get one kill, you get the next one, you get the next one, and you just carry on. Whereas getting used to having, a limited time to do it in just sort of brushes you up a bit, and you have to sort of learn that part of it. But like I say, the part of the actual game itself, the learning part, I'd done 20 years ago, so that wasn't an issue. It was just learning the current method of how it was played more than anything else.
What style do you prefer? What are your favorite? Are these some of your favorite settings? You like zombies?
Um, I do like zombies. I mean, to be honest with you, my whole take on the game itself is I'm very much a case of it is. I mean, the board. My interpretation of a board game is you're playing a board game for fun with friends, family, or whatever it is. So my idea of a game is to probably sit in VC with some friends and just have the most fun possible. Winning, losing is irrelevant, really. It's just about what's fun. And zombies do give it that edge of fun. So I do like it.
So you're not just a zombies player, right? You're a you're a top 100 grandmaster. So I assume you play 1v1s, or is that all free
No,
for all stuff?
don't
That's
play
all.
1v1s.
That's all free for all.
Yeah, don't play 1v1s.
Really?
Never have.
Wow. Okay. Good to know,
No.
man. That's impressive.
The 100 thing wasn't intention either. That was just something that I had no. It was really weird actually, because not long after joining Discord, I think it was Zerip. Zerip and Stove was sort of a couple of the first people that I ever spoke to, and yeah, I'm pretty confident it was Zerip invited me to Champs server Risk Forever. So I joined there, and that's when I met Baxter, and we were chatting and whatever. And at the time, she was playing, and she was playing a lot of ranked games, and she was playing. She used to play fixed caps, and she say to me, "Oh, I'm not going to play a friend's game at the moment. I want to finish a couple of ranked games." What are you doing that for? And I was completely oblivious to what rank was. I didn't have an absolute clue. And then she said to me one day, she said, "Well, yours is like 700 or whatever." And I went, "What does that mean?" I didn't even no clue whatsoever what it meant. And then I realised, yeah, actually, I could carry on playing this then. So that's what I did. But it was never a goal or a something that I felt I needed to do. It was just a byproduct of playing a lot, really.
Well, isn't that the best way to do it? It's the most fun way.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah,
but I've not played. I mean, I still every now and then now. I mean, I will play on Global Domination, and what I did there on after was I predominantly only ever played progressive, because I understood fixed. I could play fixed, but because of time restraints, I always used to play progressive. But then after a while, once I'd sort of got to a certain place on my account, I then would start a new one, and I'd go and play zombies only, for an example, and then I'd play that till I understood it, and then I'd go and play caps, and then I'd do that account till I understood it, and then I'd play fixed or something, and I just used to mix it up. So
when you say you understood it, what do you expand on that? What do you mean? What does understand? How do you I would love to, because I think about this the same way as you, but I want to hear you describe it.
What each game mode you mean?
So you play
or the
something.
gaming.
The way you put it is, I played something until I understood it. Does that mean until you feel like you are good at that
Um,
setting?
oh, I don't know if the word good is involved, but until I'm comfortable with it.
Comfortable.
So yeah, so you do enough. I think it's like a lot of things, isn't it? If you play or do an activity if you do enough reps of it, you'll get yourself into a position where you're comfortable. And I think that's what it was. I mean, caps. I never used to play caps at all. And in fact, to be honest with you, even when and this is, that's quite, well, I say recent, it's not recent, but I think even when I started playing 2v2, I'd never really played many caps games at all. But luckily, obviously, my partner is Baxter, who was an expert at caps, so that kind of really helped me out. And then once we did that, I think that was the time where I thought, well, perhaps I should learn this. And that's why I then went and set up an account and went and played caps, just for the sake of, so I understood it.
Tell me about Baxter, because I've only played with them once or twice, but I know that they were a lot more active, I
Oh,
think, before I came around.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot. It's a shame actually, because there are a lot of people that, I mean, people come and go all the time. Yeah, but we first got to know each other, like I say, when I joined the Risk Forever server, and then obviously we all went into, I think it was, when was it? March 2020, wasn't it? Lockdown started. Then we all started playing together, and then so we used to play a lot of, friends games, progressive games together. Because if you go back to that time, um, Champ used to host a lot of games, like weekly, if not more than weekly, but everything was always progressive. And now a lot of people look at him as a fixed player,
Yeah.
but actually, way before that, he was always only playing progressive.
Okay.
Um,
Why do you think you
so we played
switched?
each. I don't actually know. I would guess, just to mix it up a bit. I would guess, but I don't actually know the answer to it.
So I have a hunch. I have a hunch, and I
Go
think
on.
a lot of it has to do with his success on YouTube.
Oh,
So
okay.
so Champ has been in the few interactions I've had with him. They've been few, but they've been deep. Right? Champ is a very deep thinker, and
Hmm.
he's given me, a ton of really dense feedback when I get it from him. And it's like, well, here's the YouTube algorithm. So you get a ton of data, and
Hmm.
I'm just guessing that Champ sees what the people like and want to watch, and he adapts his content to that. And I think the community at large, maybe not the Discord community, but the entire game, prefers classic fixed. and, and
But yeah, you could
it
be
it's
absolutely right. I
funny.
never thought about it like that. I
Yeah, I think
never
it
ever
has
thought about it like that.
has to be part of what it is with Champ. That, I mean, and don't get me wrong, he's world class at that too, if not the best. But
Yeah, but it's bizarre though, because like I say, if you go back to, like I say, I don't know when it was now. Well, probably March, starting in March 20. Well, no, prior to that, so anything throughout 2020, probably for the majority of it, it was always only progressive.
yeah,
Progressive all the time. And then, yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know. I've never thought about that. But I've never actually asked him either.
yeah,
Perhaps I will.
I love progressive. I think it might just speak to my temperament, right? I'm not the most patient guy. Like as you said earlier, I can hang and fix too. I get it, but
Yeah.
progressive is a lot more fun.
The thing is, though, I think the thing that sometimes I don't think people miss it, but do you know what? I even forgot that we were got cards and all sorts of things. I'm just talking and not even paying so little attention to what I'm doing.
That's my trick. I'm just here to distract you.
Okay. I'm just about to get killed. Can you, like, remind me? Give me a nudge.
Yeah, you're just about to get killed with your 7 troops a turn.
No, I'm not just about to say if
Oh,
I'm just about
if
to
you're about
without
to get,
realizing, yeah. Just let me
sure,
know.
sure. Or
Now I forgot what
alternatively,
we were
I'll
saying.
do I'll do the killing one way or another.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. Oh, where is everybody? Oh, 12.
Oh God,
Cheeky
that's
monkey.
concerning.
12. So he's there. there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're doing something naughty. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
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 Am I doing
Welcome.
something naughty? Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay. So I have a feeling then
Yep.
that the
Go on.
left side of this map.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're going to see a lot of white coming our way pretty soon, aren't we?
Wow. I thought you were on the left.
I evacuated the left.
You evacuated or were you evicted?
No, I evacuated. I wanted JK to fight with Zaraki.
Oh,
And
okay.
it looks like JK has won.
Okay.
But this is all inference, of course, because I can't see what the
Yeah, I
hell
mean, I
is
could
going
give
on.
you the actual result of that if you wanted, but
Sure. Of course I wanted, but that would be
yeah,
against the
that wouldn't be.
spirit of the fog.
It would be, wouldn't it?
So I've been having a lot of fun with fog and alliances, and I know
And alliances.
it cuts against the old school fog people's intuitions against what fog is in principle. But my thinking of it is, imagine instead that you think of it as a non-fog game with additional negotiating potential.
Right. Okay.
So and like, tell me what you think, like or dislike, right? All criticisms are welcome. But I've just been playing a lot of my Play with Friends games recently with Fog and Alliances because the question of who offers in the early game, who accepts. So you essentially, if you accept, you get early game equity for potential late game risk. Is the best way I
Right.
would describe it, right? Because you're having additional vision in the early game can be a large advantage if you can exploit it. And then the downside, of course, is that other people know where you are in the late game and can make their kills more effectively.
Got you.
Oh my
Yeah. Okay.
god.
I get it. I would just. I mean, if it was me playing that, I mean, I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't be a fan of it myself. But if I did, then I would say without a doubt you'd have to accept alliances straight away,
Other,
regardless of what you
otherwise,
think
you'd
about
put
it.
yourself at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but I mean, then what you're doing is you're going back to a game without fog, and the reason for me anyway that you would play fog, yeah, for me the reasoning behind it is because then you're eliminating the eighth round randomness of being stuck with cards,
Yeah.
and that's what you're getting away from, which is why you're playing fog. The thing was, if before, I can't remember when it was now, there was an update. Uh, it must have been maybe April 2020, and that was before that was animations were as they were. So they weren't on whatsoever. So the speed was, I mean, at that sort of time, to take 25 territories in a turn was very good going. So the chances of being in that situation where you're the sitting duck with those 4 or 5 cards didn't really apply. But as soon as that update hit, and now everyone can go at breakneck speed, effectively it becomes a real thing. So you're effectively playing the 8 round randomness of who's going to die purely on the basis of they've been stuck with cards.
Oh, this is so tough. I don't want to overextend, right? Yeah, what you're touching on is like the thing that kills you in progressive.
Yeah, that is
not having a set.
because the way I try to think, but like I say, so my thought behind it, my thought behind the whole game is the winning or losing is irrelevant. It's how much fun are we going to have doing it. So for it to be fun for everybody, it then needs to be as balanced or as equal for each of those players in the game. And playing progressive without fog can suddenly, I mean, you could be set up in the best position ever. But if you're sitting there and you can't trade and you're stuck with 5 cards, every other person, even though they might not make it, you'll end up
Gonna
dying one
try
way
and
or
kill
another.
you. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
everyone's just gonna go nuts. And the other thing also with fog, which I think I said this to you, a few weeks back, it was me. I can't remember who was in the game now. Me, you, and Baxter definitely. We played Reverse World, didn't we?
Oh, that was a
And it
great
got
game.
to a point. Yeah, and it got to a point when it was quite ironic actually, because I said it to you, didn't I? I said I actually knew exactly where she was and exactly what she was doing, and I knew that I was next on the list regardless. And I said to you, whoever makes the next move better make sure they get it right. And that's the thing with fog. You have to, if you don't get it right, that's it. You've given it away. So you get your chance, but generally you only get one chance.
It's almost like that with regular progressive as well, though. It's progressive is not very forgiving for the person who
Oh yeah,
overextends
for
and,
sure.
and fails.
Yeah, I mean the amount of. I'm a huge fan of the free for all tournament. I always have been. I never ever participate whatsoever, but I love watching the games, and I
Why not?
would always. I'm just. It's just not for me. I'm just not. I haven't got a competitive streak in
You
me.
don't
Not interested.
compete. Oh,
No,
that's so disappointing.
I got strong armed into playing 2v2. I was
Yeah,
doing it to help out. I
yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't something I wanted to do. I'm glad I did. Don't get me wrong. Really glad I did. But yeah, I love watching it. I love playing practice games with people. I think it's great. I really do. But some of those games are brilliant entertainment to watch because it can be awful. It can be real carnage to watch. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I I'm torn to try and explain to you, maybe to try and subtly sell to you why I love competition so much. Like, perhaps it's some kind of desire to prove to myself that I'm good,
Okay.
whereas it really doesn't sound like you care.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and that's
No.
that's cool. That's an obvious difference in temperament. Like, I
I
love
think
the fact that the game is ranked. I find the fact that the game is ranked to be the thing that hooked me.
right. Okay. And I think the only thing why I mean, I'm like it. It's not just this. It's everything.
Yeah,
I've
I
done.
gathered that.
It's not just specifically this.
Yeah.
But the only reason I say not struggle, but the part that I find, I suppose, a little bit difficult to understand with this is, I mean, some people take it like really seriously, and I sort of think to myself, we're playing a game here, which is, it's randomness at the end of the day. So once you sort of understand the game mode, whatever it might be you're playing, you're in the decision of the winner can then boil down to literally cards. I mean, a good example of that is, for an example, if you play on any of the big maps, which again I'm not a great fan of, only for the reason that potentially out of 6 people, a couple are going to get the short straw quite early on, and then what you end up with, generally speaking, is you end up with predominantly a 1 versus 1, where 2 people start that fairly equal, and you're just smashing out as many territories as you can. And again, you're then the decider of that game is who gets the right cards at the right time. And if someone trades a back-to-back sets, you could have the biggest advantage ever. But if the other person suddenly trades once, then gets a back-to-back set, that's it. It's game over. So you have to accept that there's so much randomness in the game. So,
and you dislike that fundamentally?
No. I don't dislike it, but I just think that's why I think it's sort of a difficult thing to sort of gauge of how good a person might be in it.
We require a very large sample size to figure out where exactly a top player stacks up against another top player.
Yeah, for sure.
But
definitely.
I think just to touch on what you were saying there, that I also find significant is the fact that you look at it that way is an indication of how you see. Is an indication of your skill, right? Like I have noticed that amongst top players, or even just base grandmasters, let's say, you really end up with luck mattering in the end game, right? The game becomes more lucky rather than less, but in order for that to be true, everyone has to be quite good or really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the way I perceive it, I mean, for an example, when 1v1 became a thing, like originally, and the reason it became a thing originally was pure, are you down to no home?
No, I'm good.
Have you been evicted? Are you sure?
Well, I haven't been evicted, but I saw some fireworks.
I mean, are your cards going to be useful to you, or are they better off in someone else's hands?
Well, my cards are now
traded.
My cards are now mine, sir. Yeah.
Go use them.
I think I might.
Oh, hello again. Oh, you're on the blue hunt. You're on the blue hunt. Way! Blue's been found.
Okay. But it didn't buy me any time. Right. Didn't buy me any time. Okay. Well, let's see how this one plays out. So I saw Zaraki go for something and not succeed.
Got ya.
So I assumed that he was probably fragile. And for those two cards, I think I was net positive.
Oopsie.
Okay, this is a very interesting endgame now.
Yeah,
I would love to know. I would love to know how many troops you're hiding up in Prayer Corner. Wouldn't I?
Or who I'm hiding in Prayer
Corner.
Who?
Oh no! Oh no!
Always got to be someone.
Really? Why would anyone let that happen to them though?
Because it's a two-way deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Isn't it? So if that person is there and it's the end for them, great, you get their cards. If, for an example, someone tries to get to them and they sort of half fail along the way, but that person happens to have a set, they know where you are.
Oh, man.
So it's a two-way street.
I got a bad feeling about this game for me. It's not looking good.
No, you're fine.
Are you bluffing? Do you have nobody in there?
Listen, I mean, you can come and have a little look.
I can fucking find out, eh? Oh my god, for sure. Yeah, okay, so JK has the whole left side.
Yeah, well, 26, yeah, he has.
Okay.
I need some cards. Oh, I've got a set. Here we go. Rock and roll time. Have you got a set?
Well, so I got 4, but the problem is if I kill you or Lee Jen...
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that at the moment.
I don't trade.
And you won't survive.
And I won't survive, so...
So, don't do that.
So I have...
Go and smack a bit of white.
How about you?
Well,
How about you do that?
I've got troops there at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said you had a set on 3, didn't you?
I do. I
Oh,
can trade.
excellent. Would you like me to tell you where Lee General is?
I know where he is.
Well, so then there you are. That doesn't force a
Yeah,
trade
but I'm
either.
in the same
No,
boat as you.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
so we lose. So then we lose to JK.
Well, we don't, because what's he going to do?
Hopefully make a mistake.
Yeah.
That's sort of the line I'm playing to now, is that he goes for something and fails, and then I can sweep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these settings, man. These are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, hats off to you.
Now, here's the thing, though. I can trade, but do I want to, or do I want to wait? In which case, you've got another card. The general's got another card. What to do? No, we'll trade, just in case.
I was going to say, if you didn't trade, I was going to kill you.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not quite sure you'd have enough.
No, I don't have enough troops.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But you'd be really tight.
So you're saying that would have been an overly risky play for me?
Oh yeah, I mean you wouldn't have got much further afterwards. So what's he going to do now? Is he just going to sit there? Or...
we have a Y? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, why? Oh yeah. I tell you the one which I loved. Was it last week or whenever? Traitor. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah. My favorite was I Surrender.
I surrender. Oof. The only disadvantage of this game mode is that person is never going to get card blocked because of the zombies. Oh. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh no, we're okay. What are trades worth? 105.
Are you really guarding Lee General DVD? Because now would be the time to kill him.
Potentially.
I think now would absolutely, if you
or can. Or am I better off waiting for someone else to do all the hard work and then do it myself afterwards? What's better?
Yeah, had to be. Had to be now. Now what?
Yeah.
How much do you think he's guarding the left side with?
An
impenetrable amount.
Could be.
So
but
now,
like I say, it's a case of what does he want to do?
Now we kill each other.
Well... Yeah, it's a tricky one, I have to say. 29, but the trades are big, aren't they? So they're 110 trade. Oh, been gifted with a set on 3.
Oh, look at you. Back to back, huh?
Back to back.
Back to back. I'm envious.
He's always going to get a card because the zombies are going to...
Phew.
That's not your only spot, is it?
No,
or is it?
No, I got tons of spots, man. I got spots you don't even know. I got spots you don't even know about.
Best exaggeration I've ever heard.
Oh, I'm a shit liar. I do. Okay, I do all my manipulation out in the open.
Bum, bum, bum. You've got 4 cards. Right.
do.
If I kill you,
Yep.
he has no choice but to come and get me,
Well,
or he's game over.
so we have to work together.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
But
That's one of your.
we work
That's one of your tons of stack. Where's the
we
rest of
work
them?
together by you taking my cards. I also didn't have a set on 4. So,
You didn't.
no. So I was doomed either way. All right, I want to see you win this game though.
Well, it's going to be tough, but he's got to come and do some. Well, he doesn't have to, I suppose.
Right.
I mean, I've just got to go ham, haven't I?
Do you want me
And
to?
by the way, obviously, are you viewing the game now?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so you can see what's in prayer corner. It was always there. I didn't have him.
No, he just
It was only
Lee
my
General
good.
just had a single stack in the bottom or in the right middle.
Yeah, I knew it. He was with me the whole. He was in there with me the whole time.
Yeah, so Zareki went to kill Lee General, and I think he just missed that final piece. So I was like,
Right.
now's the time for me to kill Zareki because it's 2 cards. It doesn't force a trade, but I think he's weak enough that it's still net positive in terms of troops.
Yeah.
But from then on, the zombies fucked me. And as soon as JK moved through the bridge, so I was on the bridge all game. So
okay.
I had 235 stacks, which he punched through over 2 consecutive turns. Okay.
Oh, I made it through.
You still have... Yeah, this is good for you. This is quite good for you. If he doesn't have a set on 3, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I could really, all those back-to-back sets I've had now, I could do with one myself, couldn't I?
Nah, I think you're in a better spot. You got really good value from that stack. Holy.
That did alright, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, put the 10 in. Ah, that's where you put it.
Set or no set?
Well played.
No set?
Oh!
No set?
Oh my god! Masterfully done.
Wow, I think we've got this.
I think you do.
Cool. Have I got my lucky set on 3? Do you know what I have as well? How mad is that?
You got cards?
Yeah.
Ah. It was a gift, this game. This game was a gift.
Rigged.
Oh, man.
I've got zombies not breaking the bridge. What's wrong with them?
They will when they run out of places.
Oh, yeah. Come on. In you come.
Oh,
please don't
do
kill
they
White.
not prioritize hitting prayer corner? Okay, that's where they do take it.
There you go. This zombie, you've run out of space. The only thing is, if he, well, I don't know who it is, I don't know how clever he is, but there is a possibility that he's got...
An exterior position?
No, not exterior, but he's got troops in here. It's possible. I would.
He will learn this lesson now.
Yeah, always keep something back. Never display your full set of cards. I mean, full set of cards. Full set of troops. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Kill the zombies in 2 turns? 3 turns?
Maybe. Yeah. Should have a set, shouldn't I? Yeah. Another fun game on Rivertown.
How long did you want to go for today?
I don't mind. Could do whatever you want. A couple of games.
Do a couple
2,
more?
3 games.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you thinking for next one?
Right, let's have a think. Let's gauge my brain. Why does that take forever? Oh no, I've messed this up badly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. I'm very good at talking. Do you know what? This is a common thing. I do this. Lee General will tell you this. The amount of times I play zombies, finish the zombies, and then you stop concentrating. So you just do things like completely lapse. Always get it wrong every single time, without fail.
Well, at least there's no recording of this game for posterity or anything, so.
Yeah. They don't really matter, do they? You don't have to kill them, so it's kind of...
No. I mean, we could flag if you'd like.
Yeah, shall I just jump out of this? There's no
Sure.
point
Yeah.
is there?
No worries. Let's play another.
Okay, so what should we do? Let's think. Okay, should we do... Have we got enough people for a standard?
Oh, I'll get people.
Okay, so in that case, then, let's do a standard prog game on Spain.
On Spain!
So,
Great map.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Infernox going to play. Great. So no zombies. Progressive. Manual.
So exactly the same settings,
fog?
but no blizzards. Yeah, fog.
No blizzards, no fog. Yeah, Spain with blizzards is not ideal. Can you see my game?
No, because I'm not your friend.
on this account?
Give me a code.
It's HQ43G.
Cool.
Yeah.
This used to be one of my... I used to play this all the time.
I love
this map.
Yeah, I love Spain is the one that I grind the 1v1s on, so.
Oh, really?
I'm a huge fan, yeah.
The thing is, for me, this is very similar to Rivertown in the sense that there's enough small little homes for everybody. Do you know what I mean? And then it's, what do you then do? So it's sort of, it should, in theory, everyone should be fairly equal all the way through. That's how I tried to think about it. Unless there's a little bit of infighting, etc.
Well, but, that's how it tends to be, I find.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Which is really interesting because the decision of who wants to take the risk.
Yeah, but again, with the fog, you've got to know what you're going to do.
Are you on the Grandmaster server? So the place I'm posting the games is a thread that Parlock set up for me to use on stream, and I also use it for these shows.
Oh, yeah.
And we tend to get like a, reasonably well invested caliber of player, which is what you want. Lee General's not going to join us for another one? Okay. I can ping regular looking for game as well. Get one more. I'm sure we'll get one more person. Oh.
Is that the same guy as... Who is that then? I don't recognise that. No?
Which one?
Mind you saying there's a lot of... The white player.
Yeah, from last game? Yeah. It's the same guy.
Who is that?
He's...
who is it?
He is a Grandmaster. He's a Finnish guy. We've been chatting a lot. Very good player.
What's his Discord name? Do I know his Discord name? Or
okay,
is that his Discord name?
Martin.
I was just curious.
Yeah, Jay Gozo, I think, is his Discord name. All right, ready up, please, and thank you. So, what are the... if you can go expand a little bit, what are the appeal of these settings to you?
I think, like I say, so it's... I think it's fairly balanced for most people. Oh, hang on a minute. Have we got fog? We've got no fog.
I put no fog?
No fog.
Damn it. Do you want me to restart?
If you don't mind.
Restart. Just throw a couple of oopses in there.
Oopsies. Yeah, because like I say, there's enough little homes should be enough little homes for everyone to get a little one for themselves, and then it's a case of, so if you say that happens, what do you do next? Very similar to Rivertown. The thing with Rivertown, and it happened on that game, we got a new code.
RHU 3X.
Yeah, I mean, it happened on that game in Rivertown, is that obviously the bridge becomes, that's your ultimate goal, is to get to the bridge. You know, so you're going to take one side, you get to the bridge. Now, if you go back, if you remember I don't know when they did it now, when they had the cards with the cap limit of 60. Can you remember when that was? When they changed it from 60, then it went up and carries on after that. Well, prior to it changing, the problem was you got to the bridge, and if you held that for a turn or 2 turns, that's it. Because once you've got 100 troops there, well, the biggest trades are only ever going to be 60, so it was like game over. Whereas now, as I did in that last game, it kind of changes things.
Yeah, well, so what was the rationale for limiting the progression of troops only up to 60?
I don't know. No idea. I still think it's wrong now, to be perfectly honest, because they've done half the job, which I think is great, but it's out of proportion. So it starts off fine, but when you get to 50, for an example, I mean, it doesn't have to be 50, but let's just say when you get to trade to 50, it jumps up by 10. And when you get to trade to 100, it jumps up by 15. So it's proportionate of total troops, if you know what I mean. Because you get to a point in progressive, if you're trading 80s, for an example, but it's going to cost you probably all of that, if not more, to get only 80 back again.
Right, so it makes the potential for stalemates possible, right?
Yeah,
the
it
way
does.
you fix that is increase the...
Yeah.
Okay.
We played a game the other day, actually, on... I'd never played it before, one of the new maps. I don't know what it's called. It's the big sort of oval-shaped map with the wooden trellises and things in it.
Yeah,
that one.
Reminds me of the Colosseum. All right,
yeah, that's
good.
it.
That was everyone who was in the game. All right, ready up again, please. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, so we played that the other night, and
did you like it?
It was fun. I mean, we played it zombies,
cool,
progressive zombies, but we went to huge trades in the end, and huge. I mean, we had zombie stacks running around in the 300, running around that map, and it was just, they were hitting everything, and it was good fun. But that's one of the scenarios where you end up in a position where, you know, you've got yourself to a point where, is this worth it? Is this not? You know, I'm smacking 300 troops to get 150 back. So it's one of those. Okay, so I get to go first again. Why do I always get to go first?
Because you're just that lucky.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
I've been having a string of no sets on 4, and it's been really starting to piss me off. But I do love this map. It's such a perfect risk map, I really think. It gives you everything you want in a risk map. It's open, it has semi-corners, it has like an outside, it has an inside, it has a bunch of little bonuses that are all very interesting to see who takes what. It's good for fixed, it's good for progressive.
Yeah, it's good.
Can't say enough good things about Spain.
And the thing is, because of the size of it, it generally... I mean, I must admit, there was myself... Who was it? There was 3 of us. 3 of us left in the game. Who was it? Myself, back, and Bernie. That's right. Yep. There was the 3 of us in it, and we did get to the point of we broke it because we couldn't finish the game. We did eventually, but it was ridiculous. We were just 3 of us just chasing each other around and round, and but it's unusual on this map. Normally, once someone generally gets a kill, that sort of tends to be it. It sort of tends to be game over after that.
If I can't find a home, I'm fucked, right?
Have you not got a home?
No, I don't think I do. I think I'm in
Oh,
big
how did you
trouble.
not?
Well, so I was in two different of the 2 for 2s.
Did I hit you? You're going to
And
make me feel
I've
bad
I've
now.
got kicked. No, you didn't hit me. I
Okay.
don't think you did, but I got
I
hit.
never remember who I
I got
hit
hit
half
by
the
the
time.
last two players. And
Got you.
okay, well at least I get 5 cards. Um, to do with all that.
I've forgotten whose turn that was. Who was before you? Oh, purple. Okay, so purple's there, black's there, blue's there, white's there. Hmm. I mean, there is a home kind of up for rent, which is your three hitting my two. There is other tenants in there at the moment, but they might move out. So you're welcome to do that.
No, I don't see a line, so I have to play very conservatively at the moment.
But the other good thing about this map is, though, it's still big enough to. Oh, someone's greedy. You see what I was just saying?
That doesn't look greedy. That looks like the thing that I would have done in his seat.
Well, yeah, but that's his second home.
Ah, is it? No, that's his first turn.
Is it first turn?
Yeah, you start
Oh,
right.
yeah, of course it
He
is.
was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sixth. Yeah, yeah,
Me bad. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about.
Nobody listened to you.
Nobody listens to me, whatever you do.
So this is the caption of the show. I always look for a quote from the guest, something that's like funny or interesting or insightful. It's like nobody listened to me would be
Don't listen to
a
me, whatever you
terrible
do.
terrible name for an interview show. Um,
Yeah,
all right,
we'll all end up off the edge of a cliff.
let's get back to some of the questions. Ooh, I want to ask you this one because I'm sure it's come up in your experience. What advice would you give to the community? I'm sure you hear a lot of people
Um,
talking about risk, complaining, asking questions. So what jumps out as something that
hmm,
people should know?
I think personally, and this is obviously my thought process of the whole game, is number one, don't take it too seriously. In
Mm,
fact, don't take it seriously. But the most important thing always, no matter what, is have fun and enjoy it. That is what it's about. Because at the end of the day, that's why you're doing it. So I think, yeah, most importantly, I mean, people, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's one of the things, it doesn't deter me from it whatsoever, because, like I say, it's just not in my nature. But sometimes, if you look at some of the chats from the tourney games, etc., there are people that get really riled up about it.
hmm
They do. They get really
Oh yeah,
riled up,
most definitely.
and I'm sort of think to myself, you know what, it's a game. You know, it's not. That's all it is. And if you're clearly not enjoying it, which is not because you're complaining about it, don't do it.
If you're not having fun, you're losing the game.
Well, I mean, I've lost hundreds of games, but it's still. I don't care. It's still been fun. That's not the winning, losing. Like I say, for me, is absolute secondary, and just having a blast is the most important thing. Interesting. He popped out. I need to move this, I think. Oh, hello.
So that seems to segue to me into a question about fun.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more obvious that the concept of what is fun varies widely between different people. So,
Yeah, I think you could be right. Yeah.
so where is the fun? I'll, you know what? I'll tell you what I find fun about Risk, and then I'll ask the
Go on.
question about yourself. But for me, the fun, once we've gotten through all the sort of mechanical, how to manage your clock, how to actually play the game at speed, what are the correct strategies, the correct probabilities, decision making, all that. The fun for me is located in the people. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
Oh,
love I
definitely.
love getting to know you in this context. I love getting to know other great players and learning from them and hopefully improving my game. Um,
Oh, yeah, that is. I agree with you 100%. I mean, I'll always play if I can. I'll play every single game in VC. I always will, and this goes back to even when we played it online 20 years ago. We played it in VC then, and that is that is the fun of the party. Just that's what makes it. Like I say, the game we played the other day, that the one I was telling you about on the new map. Honestly, I mean, Misty was in fits of laughter by the end of it. It was just comical, and it was just great fun. Um, but yeah, you're right. There are people that definitions of fun. And for an example, you could be playing a game one day, and I mean, there are no rights and wrongs to the game whatsoever. But some people, have got a certain. We have to do it this way, or it has to be done that way, etc. And if other people in the game don't follow that, some people get upset by it. I
then
just think,
they
well,
consider it dishonorable.
yeah, but
So
I mean,
this is
to be honest with you, I mean, the thing is, which, and I'm guilty of, not guilty of anything bad, but what I always tend to do, and I'll give you a good example of this. Um, Sometimes I'll play games, and I am literally just playing the game, just literally for the sheer hell of it, for the fun of it.
okay.
And I remember, I think it was the last free fall tourney just gone.
Yep.
Was that the one where there was? I think it was one of the new maps, a fixed caps game.
On
Canada
Canada.
or
On Canada.
yeah.
Yeah, that was round 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So Misty said to me one day, she goes, "Oh, she says, should really play a round two game. She hates playing caps. So I don't dislike them, but I don't like playing them on with friends because they tend to drag on. If you play them on global, they don't last very long at all. So anyway, so I said, okay, we'll play this game. I said, but I can assure you this is not going to last long. And I just went ham on anything I could from the absolute beginning on the pretense of I don't want this game to drag on, so I'm just going to go ape.
Right.
And I did. And eventually, I mean, the other players, I mean, Misty, she was laughing so hard because I was just hitting anything and just for the sake of doing it. And it got to a point where everyone else who was in this game must have thought, this guy's a lunatic. We're keeping away from him. And I had no business whatsoever, but ended up winning the game. Because I think it got to a point where no one could work out what the hell I was going to do, because I didn't even know what I was going to do next. It was just a case, right, I'm hitting that. But for me, I said to Misty from the beginning, this is going to be fun. That's all. I can guarantee you this game is going to be fun. And that's what it was. And but like I say, the people that are in the game, I feel bad for them because they must have thought, who is this crazy person? But on those settings, on that particular day, that's just what tickled my fancy. So that's what we did.
And you had fun.
I had loads of fun.
And you won the game.
But yeah, I mean, how that happened, I've got no idea. I have no business whatsoever winning that game.
I want to dig in a little bit more to something you just brought up because I think we glossed it over and I don't want to lose it. So,
go on.
You said the idea of fairness, the idea of players applying some kind of ethic. What is right? What is right play? What is wrong play? Outside of the rules of the game. So,
okay,
I think. And I bet you'll agree, but I'm just curious how you take it. I think that you take the rules of the game, and whatever those rules are, as long as you're not cheating, any other thing is a tool that you can use at your disposal to win. Like VC, like bluffing, manipulation, like... I've been advocating for making a VC tournament which would butt up against people's intuitions about collaboration and collusion. And I really want to make sure that, fun first. That given all that, if I can set it up in this way, we avoid the feel bad moments. That nobody feels put upon.
I think my opinion of it is do whatever you like. You should be. Yeah, I agree with what I think you're saying. you should be able to do anything you want. You can tell someone to go and kill some or do whatever you like. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it. That is the game. And what would you do if you were sitting around the table with 5 friends playing it for real? What would you be doing? I assume that's what you'd be doing.
And I think this opinion, maybe for us, is born of our roots in the board
Right.
game, in sitting around a table with our friends, and the
I
community
mean,
having
admittedly,
iterated
I
from a
never did
video
that for
game.
very long. I started playing online literally probably, within maybe a year or so. It's not something I played as a kid or anything.
Sure.
Late to it, effectively. But yeah, that's what you do. You're not breaking any. You're not interfering with the software of the game, or you haven't got a rigged dice or anything like that. I mean, that's all wrong, admittedly. I mean, I wouldn't expect anyone to do that.
It is specified as cheating.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a no. But anything else that we've got, yeah, why not use it?
Like, whereas cheating in the official free-for-all tournament is defined as collusion, right? If you try and DM someone or talk to them in the lobby and try and manipulate, that is clearly defined as cheating.
Yeah.
What I would like to see, and I would like to be a part of maybe creating, is a somewhat, competitive scenario where we can use our verbal abilities of manipulation as a tool. And so,
Yeah, I mean,
so far we've had
to be honest with you, I mean,
round of
you can say whatever you like to anyone in BC. It's their choice whether they believe you or not, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to them. If you talk someone into doing something, and they go and do it, well, more for them. If it backfires, more for them. And that's just the way you've got to go with it, I think.
What if I'm lying?
What if you're lying?
Yeah. Well, people,
Yeah.
I think people have to incorporate that into their decision-making matrix a lot more often than they do. I think our default is trust, and that's fine. I prefer the default, like good neighbor theory, right? I prefer the default to be trust amongst good players.
Yeah.
But in the back of your mind, there always has to be that question.
Yeah.
Is this person lying to me?
I mean, I've had it so many times before, and where someone's gone to kill someone else, and that person says, "You can't kill me. You can't kill me. You can't kill me," and they've carried on and killed them. So clearly that person was lying straight away.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, if that person is going to stop in their tracks and believe what you say to give themselves another turn, good for them. If it works.
Well, to an extent, I have a caveat to that one, though.
Go on.
So I think if you overtly lie, it's a bad strategy because you lose future equity.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I tend to take a long view of things.
Yeah. I'll give you a good example of that. Myself and Lee General. How long ago was this now? A couple of months ago, say, for example. We were playing a zombie game on Mall of the Dead. And it got down to a point where there was me and him left. And I was fairly sure, fairly confident, he had a lot more troops than me. And I knew where he was, and I knew that I couldn't kill him. He kind of knew where I was, but wasn't sure. And he was under the impression that I had a lot more troops than him. So I obviously played along with that, and this carried on, and it carried on. And Miss Tigress was viewing the game because she was in the game originally, and I never actually lied to him whatsoever. But it got to a point where, my God, I've got a set on 3. Can you believe this?
I can definitely believe it.
My God. I'm not going to use it though. I'm not used to having all these sets on 3. What is this part of your show? Is it like a gift or something?
I wish I could control the card luck. That I would probably give it to me though. If I could.
Be a bit higher, so,
if I could, I would more likely give it to myself. But who knows?
Yeah. So this game carried on. So what happened was Lee General's, I know he's a lot stronger than me, but he actually thinks the reverse. But he's not sure. He's not 100% sure on himself. So I'm down to one spot, okay, and I'm hiding, and I know which way he's going. I know where he's sort of been and looked. And he's telling me all the time, "Oh, you're not there. You're not there." And he's actually feeding me the information that I need, but without realizing that he's doing it. So every time I got a trade, because I was actually last, the zombies go after me. I had that advantage where I can go wherever I like, and the zombies are going to cover my track. So what I do is I'd put in a set and I'd trade, and I'd get a few troops to a location and leave a little stack there. So that give them a little bit of bait. So you find that thing. Oh, this is it. I've got him. And what I had to wait for was, number one, I had to wait until I knew exactly where he was, or thought I knew exactly where he was. And then number two, wait for back-to-back sets, because there was no other way I could kill him. And of course, eventually, it must have gone on for nearly an hour with just this cat and mouse. And all the time I could see traces of zombies moving of where he'd been. And it got to a point where he was one territory away from me, but didn't know it. And and it just carried on and on and on. It was great fun. Pete, is that the end of you? Oh, are you going to die?
No, I don't think I'm going to die yet. How much of me can you see? Oh, okay. I'm not going to die yet.
No?
Maybe. I mean, go for it. Find out.
I don't want to.
Okay, then don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
You've had, what, the Balearic Islands and Andalusia? Or Catalonia for the whole game, right? You don't have to answer me, but that's my inference.
Hang on, what did you say?
You've had Catalonia and the Balearic Islands for the entire game.
I have had 2 bonuses for the
Yes.
entire game.
I think those are the two. I'm pretty confident that those are the two. So you're behind Zareki. Come have a look. Yeah, right.
I'm sure whoever is there will welcome you.
With open arms. Hey,
With
Pete.
open arms.
Glad to see ya.
Glad you popped by. If we hadn't have been doing this show, I would have killed you then. But I don't think it's right in the circumstances.
Oh, I don't think you can see all of me yet.
Oh, process of elimination, I know where you are.
Okay. I mean, don't let the fact that this is
No, I'm not going to spoil
a
it.
show hold you back from doing the correct
No. But I'm not. It's not that beneficial at
Right.
the moment. I'm sure someone else is going to have a go.
You're saying it was marginal, but it was probably correct? Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
You do have cards on 4, though. Please tell me you have.
I have to. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
Yeah, but have you? That's the question. Have you?
I mean, this time I have cards. Let's see if Zareki kills me.
Well, I'm thinking more might just kill you. Okay.
He's trying to kill Infernox.
I think he's trying to kill Black, which he could actually do. He could get this. Yeah, if he splits right, he'll get this. Oh. Okay. See, this could be the end now, because if anyone saw that, I saw it all, but...
So you're going to be able to pay it off then if you saw it all.
Well, no, because everyone else, who else saw
goes
it.
ahead of you, yeah. Well, I don't know how to pay this off, so... Unless you're saying Black is only in one position now.
No, they're not in one, but I think this could be it. Ooh, okay, yeah, this could be the end.
You're trying to kill JK?
Actually, I'm not really sure what happened. It's a little bit...
Gotta love fog,
Not sure.
huh?
I'm not quite sure what that was about. You've got Black if you want it, definitely.
I don't think I do.
Just don't hit any pink. That's all you got to think about.
Hilarious. Don't hit any pink, he says.
Yeah, don't hit any pink.
Oh, I do have Black, don't I?
Go on, you can do it.
Oh, you're gonna fuck it. You're gonna make me fuck this up. I know you are!
I'm not.
Yeah, I knew it. You got me. Well done.
I didn't get you.
You got me. You
No,
tricked me.
I didn't. You can see where I am, can't you? I'm there.
It was a good trick.
I genuinely didn't trick you.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I did anyway. Oh, now we've got 2 people sitting with cards.
So getting back to that advice question, I'll be right back. But please give the people some advice.
Right, hang on a minute. I need to figure out where. Oh man, it's not going well. Come on, where are you? You're there. Oops. Finally. Okay.
Uh-huh. Do you sweep from this?
I'm just. Not sure. Not sure.
Yeah, look at all these people not having sets on 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you sweep from this.
Oh, we've got a double whammy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
It's not looking good,
Big
guy.
bad boy. Where's purple? Oh, purple's there. Let's see. Another one bites the dust.
Well, this was a disaster.
I think. I'll leave you to last.
No, thank
How
you.
about that for a deal?
There you go. That's what I get for being the loyal vassal to the Empire of Stonebridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man, I fell right for it.
Oh, I messed that up. I forgot to fortify. Never mind. Never mind.
Never mind. $72.
Yeah. I've got a set coming as well.
I bet you do.
I feel like I've said that a lot today.
I bet you do.
This doesn't normally happen like this. This is just one of those.
Yeah, I know.
Things.
The way this game normally plays out is there's a very balanced multiplayer endgame. Yeah. That takes a while to break the tension. Well, you got a set on 5. Let's see if I have a set on 3. I think you just win right now.
Oh, hit the menu button. Damn. I think it could be
Good game.
the end. Well played.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you want to try one of the new maps?
I don't mind. Yeah. What about? I did it the other day, but only once, and I played it on my iPad, which was a big mistake. The triangle one.
Oh,
What's that
yeah.
called?
Trigon's Labyrinth.
You know the one I mean? I don't know what it's called, but
I do. So, fair warning, some of the hitboxes, particularly on the sides and the top, are very, very precise.
right.
You want fog?
Okay. Yeah. Same settings again. Yeah.
No blizzards? Okay. Same settings. Progressive. We are doing E7EJC.
Hang on a sec. About to say I'm in. Fog no blizzards. Come on, join. Oh, here we go. Can you give me 2 minutes while I go and grab a drink?
I am also going to take a moment. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm just
Okay,
posting
I'll
the
just
code
mute myself and I'll
and
be back
people
in.
can. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Hey, I'm back.
All right, back in action.
I'm back. You're back. We're all back.
Looks like we need 2 people.
Oh, we've got Infernox and Zeroki again. Cool.
Post this in. Man, I have such a headache today.
Yeah?
I think I was up too late. Oh, okay. Well, now we got people. All right, ready?
Oh, Dirty's in. Cool.
Yeah.
My second favourite German.
Who's your favorite German?
Second favourite.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
Harmless.
Ah. Yeah, Harmless a funny guy.
Harmless is great.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a rundown on this map, because I've seen it once.
Sure.
Like I say, I played it on an iPad and it was like snail's pace.
Sure. So with blizzards, I feel like the start can be very lucky. I've never actually played it with fog.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've played it with fog and blizzards, but I've never played it with pure fog.
Right.
Looks like I'm starting. So, the question you want to ask yourself with this map is, particularly in progressive, is like, who's going to let me hold what?
Okay.
Because I find that folks in the ends find themselves with nowhere to go. So whoever
Right.
takes the ends will gravitate towards the middle, but the middle can be strong if you can hold it early. I would guess
Got you.
that on these settings exactly, if you could take one of the two sides, that would be the ideal starting position. Ghostly Plateau or Crystal Garden. But you'll also notice that the middle bonuses are
Let's have a little look.
two of the 4 triangles in the middle are distributed, right?
Got you.
The bottom piece of Madman's Maze doesn't connect to the top, and the left piece of Ice Maze doesn't connect to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where to go? So, do we go all in with one area, or you play it as a normal progressive game? Do you reckon?
My opinion,
Yeah.
take
That's the only thing.
a bonus if you can, and then
Take a bonus.
and then shore up your exterior positions later.
Okay.
But caveat, I could be wrong. No one should listen to me either, right? What the hell do I know about Risk?
Makes for a great show. You got 2 people. No one should listen to either of them.
I mean, no one should listen to me first.
Well, I've taken your advice, I think.
Of not listening to me?
No. I took your actual advice.
Okay. So you are
I've
listening.
listened to you.
But then by listening to me, are you not listening?
Wow.
It's
I just figured you'd be telling me the truth.
like last game where you totally set me up to feed you that.
I swear to God.
Yeah. I know. You know what, man? You'll watch the show and you'll see how it worked out from what I could see, and that was fun.
Okay, so this is what I knew.
Tell me.
And I'm just going on the assumption that you knew.
Yeah.
The black was in the very bottom and the bottom left islands, because I knew they were there at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I assumed what had happened was that, I can't remember who it was now that went to kill them. They went one way only and realised that, hang on, this is a mistake. So I went on the assumption that you knew that, and that's why I said you can do this.
Right.
So,
and that turned out to be incorrect.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
So which way did you actually go then? So you went straight south and all the way down. You didn't go into the island on the left. Is that what you did?
So they had me. They took. There's Ceuta and Melilla, right? The bottom two. The African territories. So I had the one on the left, and he took that from me on the very first turn. So I knew he was there. I didn't know he was on the Canaries. And then when I broke the Canaries, only with an 8 stack, I only then revealed a 10. So I was like, well, now I'm fucked. Well, I didn't actually place my troops properly to make that kill, so...
Oh, okay.
Once you were like, no, you can do it, I was like, I don't think I can do it, man.
Did you know how to place your troops properly? That was all.
I should have trusted you more.
Wow.
If I just trusted you more, everything would have been fine.
Yeah. If you'd gone balls deep, you would have made it.
Who doesn't go balls deep, though?
Wow.
Just the tip? Come on. That has to be the headline for the show. I'm always looking for one. It's really funny. Something that might be strategically interesting as well. So what like I think this map is beautiful. I think it's very they're doing a great job. I don't know if you agree, but I love how the last sort of 3 releases of maps have been this cool hybrid between the continents really do matter in the early game.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, my only reservations of them, like I touched on earlier, my only reservations is what tends to happen is that when you get to, and perhaps I haven't played them in, which I don't own the map, so perhaps it's just because I haven't played them enough. But the times I have played them, what tends to happen is you end up in a 1v1 that gets decided by who gets cards when they need them. You know, because you're running around smashing as many territories as you can, and then suddenly you don't have a set on 4. You've got most of the map, but you don't have a set on 4, and the other person trades, and then you go backwards and forwards to the point where then one of you gets a double back-to-back trade, and that's it. It's game over.
So you're almost saying that the early game is rendered irrelevant except for deciding who makes it to the 1v1?
Well, not irrelevant whatsoever, but my only reservations on this. I mean, on these settings, I would have thought that this would be quite okay, because judging by what I've seen already, it is going to be one of those where I have absolute no doubt in my mind that someone will cock this up badly. I mean, I really do. I mean, you've got to be doubly sure before you start thinking you're going to kill someone.
Ooh, whoa. 12. Which one does he have?
One
of the +7s.
He's there. Yeah, he's got a +7 on everything.
I see where he is. Sure. That's fine.
But like I say, I also think that my opinion is obviously based on the fact that I haven't played them a lot. So, or enough, I should say, to get a good opinion. But you're doing all right, look.
I'm all right.
So why don't you and Dirty sort of, go and fight each other?
Yeah.
Leave the rest of us alone.
That'd
be a good idea.
That seems like a plan.
Good. Oh, hello. I think someone's serving my eviction notice. Oh, interesting. Right, where am I going to go? So blue's there, black's there, you're there, purple's there, green I'm not sure of. I seem to be the only person that...
Oh, I see what Zeraki's doing. Ooh.
I know where he is. I seem to be the only person that is homeless. See, there was a problem when we started this game, wasn't there? Because by all accounts, I go first, but I didn't in this turn. This game.
Yeah, I also gave you the hot dice and cards hack. So.
Yeah, I've had them. Yeah, I mean, I've had all my, it's all come at once, isn't it? So I'm definitely due a bad one. I mean, the only thing I'm hoping is that on this map, it's big enough, and if you are spread out enough, which I think I am, then you can actually survive until the sets get bigger. Maybe not. 17. You just calm it down over there.
Sure. I'm feeling really relaxed.
Good.
Yeah. No worries.
Just remember not to hit pink.
Yeah, me and Pink are buddies.
That's it.
Why did you play with Pink?
I always play with yellow, and that started because when I originally played online, I was in the Canary Islands, Canary Yellow.
Sure.
So I was always yellow. And then when pink came out, when pink came out, I just thought, you know what, fancy. I mean, because like I say, I played 20 years ago yellow. I played years and years and years of yellow, and I just thought that's the only other colour I think which is different that I like. So I thought I'll have a go with. And it was interesting actually because I think the pink became available around about the time when we started. Around about the time when we started the 2v2. Oh, the 2v2 last year, and first game we played, me and Baxter hadn't, for that particular one, we hadn't played together for such a long time. We hadn't practiced or done anything at all, which we never used to do anyway, really. And she said to me, "Why are you pink?" I said, "Because I just like pink now." She went, "No." She goes, "Go and change to yellow."
Yeah.
Because I can't. I'm going to get confused.
Yep, for sure.
So I actually had to go change my colour to yellow. So because she's always red. Originally, she was always red. I'm always yellow, and that was how we saw it. And I think you just get familiar, especially when you play 2v2. You get familiar with obviously your partner and how the board looks. You know what I mean? So you don't have to think too much if you're out trying to register different colours at the same time. This is not looking good, Pete. I can assure you now.
No, you're in trouble?
I'm not saying I'm in trouble, but it's just...
At least you have a set.
That is true.
What makes a good 2v2 partner or partnership?
I personally, I think it is the relationship of those two people. I mean, we don't particularly have a lot to really sort of say when we're playing 2v2, apart from obviously the when you get to the kill your partner, that one takes a bit of thought. But other than that, I mean, our 2v, it's hilarious because when we first started playing, like I say, we initially, bear in mind, going back when Brutal started the 2v2, up until that point, no one had played it before. No one had a clue. So it was new to everybody. So when we first did it, we became partners, like I said, by accident, really. When we first started doing it, we practiced a few games together. We sort of had a look at it and thought, well, how do we do this? What's the best way to do it, etc., etc. And then, not long after we'd been playing one game one day, and suddenly we got to a point when she said to me, she went, "Oh, go and..." I mean, the game was ours. It was sort of done and dusted. It was ours. And she said to me, I was quite weak. But she said to me, she goes, "Go and hit so and so, and make sure you get." Okay. Do I need to? I'm quite weak, just to be sure. No, don't do it. So I'll go and do that. And then Baxter gets round to her turn, but on her way to taking out the opponent, she's taking chunks out of me. And I went, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, I'm killing you next." And then from that day onwards, the whole thing was never about 2v2. It was about who's going to kill each other at the end. And we just used to finish a game and just take chunks out of each other. And that was just what it was. And it still is. It's just, that is just our game. That's what we used to do. And it was just brilliant fun. Loved it. I think what Brutal did there was just, for Risk, was just amazing. It's just a brilliant idea. What am I going to do here? Oh, man.
What did Brutal do? I don't feel like we got into that at all on his show, so... we were talking more about his vision for Risk and ranking and stuff.
Okay. So what happened was, he came up with the idea... I think a few of us had done it. I think we've been playing a couple of times, and we decided, I can't remember whether it started off, and we'd do a boys versus girls or something like that. And I think it was like 3v3, or it might have just been 2v2. And then we used to play together a fair amount, not all the time, we used to play together a fair amount. And then he came up with the idea of, why don't we have a competition, which is 2v2, just as it is. So I wasn't involved with it at all at that point. And then we just happened to be chatting one day, and he said, "I'm going to do this 2v2 server." And he said, "Would you mind giving me a hand just with the server, like on Discord?" Because I sort of I'd had experience with that before, so I said, yeah, cool, I don't mind helping out. But I wasn't competing as such. So anyway, he set up this competition, which was basically you paired off against each other 5 rounds, and there was scoring, etc., etc. And the gem of the game, which I think by now lots of people have played, and if they haven't, they should. Oh wow, that's pink. Oh man, is to kill your partner, and he came up with it straight away that it should be on Rivertown, and you throw a bot in as well, which just makes it more. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Poor General.
Yeah.
Well done.
GG the General. I figured he was probably only there.
Okay, so just remember not to hit pink.
Yeah, now the not hit pink rule. I just didn't want you inside of me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, so to carry on. Yeah. So basically, the 2v2. That's how it was started. That's how it was created, and it's brilliant. It's such good fun. Anyone that's not played it, go and play it because it's great fun. It really is. And I think also it's a case of it brings. One thing it did do quite immediately was you got people that would obviously play free-for-all games together regularly or whatever, but then it sort of built bigger friendships and bonds between individuals as partners. And there's been some great, people that you wouldn't necessarily have mixed with initially. That, I mean, a lot of the people when I first started on the 2v2 server, there were people there that I'd never played against before or played with before. And it opened it up to meeting a whole lot of new people. So it was great. And like I say, now it's been a sort of, you've got all various incarnations of different servers doing it, etc., etc. But like I say, the original idea of it, which he came up with, was just a gem. Now, have I got my set on? Oh, Pete, I haven't even got my set on 3.
Now, this is the game that I win, all right?
Yeah. Well, it's a good job.
Yeah.
I'm spread out.
Yeah. Every time I post a 2v2 video, there's always 1 or 2 people who comments, and they're like, oh, this is really cool. Like, it's so, And...
it's great fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited. This season with the Only Grandmasters tournament, we did a VC free-for-all game that evolves to a 2v2 that evolves to a 1v1. So right now I'm partnered with Cherry, and we're playing against Storm and Tyler, and we did 2 of the 5 games.
Okay, cool.
And I'm very happy to be playing with Cherry because I think that Cherry and I vibe on a similar sort of intuitive level.
Yeah.
We are the minority amongst grandmasters. Like, I notice a lot of people play much more actively. Like, they're calculating, they're analyzing. And I feel like Cherry and I leverage our intuition.
Got ya. Yeah.
That was...
But like I say, I firmly believe, I really do firmly believe that the partnership that you have with that person or the relationship you have with that person is, that. I mean, I'll give you an example. I've played 2v2 with various other people before, and I guarantee the very first thing that happens, we'll start the game, and the first thing they'll say is, what do you want me to do? And it's like, hang on a minute, what do you mean, what do I want you to do? It's like, you should know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing. It's like, I'm not used to being in that situation where someone says to me, what do I have to do?
You guys don't have any sort of defined leader follower type dichotomy?
I think maybe in the beginning, I think we used to sort of talk about things a lot more. But I think as time progressed, the bottom line is that I think a lot of people that are playing it understand the game. They know what they're doing. They know the objective. And it sounds silly, doesn't it? But 2v2, it's very straightforward. You've got an objective. You're killing 2 people. So there are times when, like everyone, because we're all human, you make a mistake and you drop a clanger. Have I got a set? Oh, man. This. is
this game, huh?
if I survive this, it will be. Do you go before dirty?
No.
Okay. Oh man.
I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you an honest question.
Is that my luck? No, it's not.
No, it's not, huh?
No,
You knew where I was going.
100% not.
You're hiding
Yeah, no.
somewhere. Okay,
But
good.
I think it's too late. I think.
Dirty getcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I could be wrong. Whatever we were talking about just gone out the window. Oh my lord. Oh no.
I'm talking about 2v2.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I think as time goes on, and you get familiar with what the other person's doing. I mean, the last one we played, I remember we were so. Ah, purple.
Okay.
Okay, this is it now. He will kill me, Nick.
Nope.
Oh no, he doesn't trade.
Hmm.
Well, he's done a good job of blocking everyone else off from getting me. Give him that much.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't know. I can't see what else he's got. So the way he just fortified, I'm pretty sure that he's got me surrounded. But I could be wrong. So I don't want to tell you to go and do something and then run into a huge stack that stops you along the way, because you could. I don't know. Are you over on the right at all? Or not?
No, I broke Zaraki earlier on, so he made sure that I wasn't. And no regrets for that move. Because I actually feel like me and Zaraki being on the opposite sides of the map will probably doom Dirty, unless Dirty, because he didn't get the kill on you. Like, unless he's up so many troops, who's he trying to? He's trying to kill you now, right?
He's trying to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, here he comes.
He's going to do it.
All right.
He got it.
GG. Yeah, I think Zaraki wins now.
Because he, like I say, when I said to you, have you got anything up? Because he came out of the top right, which is where I was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm top right, top left, bang opposite places. And he popped out of there, and then he obviously got through the middle, which I didn't know what was there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was rough. Like I said, I'd used up all my luck on the first two games, hadn't I?
Well, can't win them all.
No,
save some for the rest of us.
So he's now got 5 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Does Dirty trade? If Dirty doesn't trade.
You can see now what they see.
Yeah.
So you'll tell me what you think of my positioning. I basically have a 4-point guard on the left side of the board, which I'm really happy with, but is it too little too late because it didn't allow me to make kills? So your question at the very first turn was, is it worth it to take a con? And how far do you take that, right? How far do you play this game like a fixed game before you switch? And I didn't maintain an exterior position because I used it to hit Zaraki to hopefully pair him back while I grew, but expecting that he would then eliminate the position.
Got ya.
Looks like Dirty's fighting him though, which is good for me.
Well, he's not hitting yet. Do you have your... Oh, I can see you now. Okay. Oh, and you've got a set.
I mean, how weak is Zaraki?
You need to get a ripple on.
Yeah, I die.
Well, you might not. If you fortify properly, you'll be all right. This is what I was saying. So what's going to happen now, I guess, is it's going to backwards and forwards. So he only got traded what, 55? Yeah, he traded 55.
Yeah, so we're in a balanced 3-player game.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a lot more troops than he's got.
Yeah, but they're not accessible.
But then what does Dirty
to him.
do? Does Dirty now hit you?
I think Dirty doesn't because he can see that Xerxes is hitting me.
He gets his 22.
I think he does very little. Oh, he's trying to go for the kill. This is good for me. Let's see if he gets it, because if he doesn't get it, I get it. Cool. And then I go into a 1v1 with Dirty, and he'll have a set, so he'll have the card advantage. Okay, so Dirty probably wins this. If Dirty kills Xerxes, he can win this game.
Yeah.
He's not attacking.
The only thing I would imagine, though, is he is quick on mobile, but that's not compared to PC speed. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he didn't go for it. Okay. So I play to the expectation that Xerxes does not have a set on 3, and I try and kill him next turn.
Okay.
And if he has a set on 3, then I'm in trouble.
Interesting. This is a good.
Oh, he's got. There you are. Nice. Okay. So now I probably can't win this game. Oh, but I have a set on 3.
I can say this without influencing your game.
Yes.
If you had have done what you said you would have done, yeah, you wouldn't have made it because he was being looked after.
Oh, okay. Dirty has
so
a
actually
Dirty has
him
a pocket.
having a set on 3 has done you a favour actually, to a degree. Okay. So Dirty's really has got to be hitting him to get to you even. So yeah, so this is going to carry. So you've got your set on 3. If Dirty trades now, so Zeroki doesn't trade for another 2 turns, does he? It's quite strange, isn't it? Because I can see what's coming and you can't.
It's all good. It's all good. I have an idea.
Go for it. Do you know what? For me, actually, personally, this is probably a good thing watching it like this, because, like I say, I'm not familiar with the map, and I've only played it once, and it was me and one other in the end game. So watching it like this is quite interesting, actually. What's the plan?
You'll see. You like that?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, definitely. That is one thing I would always do, especially in a situation like this.
Yeah, let them spend their troops. I think I let Dirty kill Xerxes, or try. He sees it. All right, he sees it. Good. So Xerxes knows what I'm up to. Dirty gets 34. I think Dirty eats him.
Yeah, but it's not. Oh no, he's going to benefit me. We'll trade, won't he? Yeah.
Or he doesn't try to eat him. He's spending a lot of time in draft. Okay, what do I get to see? Very little. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. He's building a defensive position.
Well, I think what can happen in this scenario is you can end up with a lot of territories at the end of your turn, can't you? So you've got two choices. You either play it how you're playing it, where you haven't got a huge number of territories, or you play it how Dirty's playing it, in which case he's got loads. Although I shouldn't have told you that.
No, it's quite all right.
Pretend I didn't. Dirty's going to trade. You only got 2 cards. Soroki's going to have 3 cards. I'd say it's a shame, actually. When you spectate, it would be good if you could see, in fog, if you could see the troop counts of people.
Yeah.
If you were spectating, I mean. Because I can't quite get my head around how many troops. I can see them all. And I could if I was really quick.
I get the sense that Dirty has double or triple my troop count. He's probably around 300.
Okay, so I know what he's got. Yeah.
He's also guarding a pocket on Zareki, I betcha. So I won't be able to kill Zareki.
Interesting. What have you got, like 45, 50 troops?
91.
Oh, 91, really?
91.
Wow.
I have 230 stacks at either ends, and then a bunch of middle that Syracuse.
Oh, I forgot, but you know what? Because of the map on
it's
the
hard
screen,
to see, I know.
You can't see that.
Well, that's a part of the reason why I put them there. They're extra sneaky.
Very sneaky.
I do love the sneaky plays, man.
Oh, actually, that's quite ironic, that, actually, because he will remember this. I'm sure he will. Many moons ago, we were playing a progressive game. No fog. This was before the animations update.
Yep.
No fog on Blackbeard's Wrath.
Yep.
And Zeroki had the bottom. I can't remember the name of it. But on the right-hand island, the very bottom territory there. So it gets to a point where I can kill him. So I run around and I hit him completely. I take him out completely, and suddenly I've hit his last territory. No fog. I've hit his last territory, and nothing happens. But I was right on the timer as well, and nothing happens. I thought, have I run out of time? What's happened? And I can see all these sort of emojis or whatever they were at the time. I can't remember what we had then. And then I realised that what happened was, where I was playing, that bottom territory of the map was covered by the icons of all the players.
Sure.
Which ironically was covered up by his own one. So I'd missed one territory in the corner because I couldn't see it, because the way the map was, I just couldn't see it. And it was, yeah. He said to me after, "Why did you try and kill me? What happened there?" And I sent him a screenshot. I showed him what happened.
Yeah, couldn't see. All right, now Dirty sees me. Okay.
Yeah, I think this could be the end.
Does he get him? Yeah. Okay. We are now in a 1v1. I die. I wonder how many Dirty... Oh, he gets 2 sets. Huh.
See?
Yeah, so I have 76 troops. He's probably around, what, 400, 500? Maybe he gets me right now.
He's quick.
Yeah, he's got me. No, he did the split wrong.
No, he's not.
He split. Yeah, oops. That's fine.
Oops. Have you got a set?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Oh, here we go then. So this is the run as fast as you can.
Yeah, this is the run as fast as I can. But it won't matter.
Yeah, I mean, to come back from this would be
8 troops. Wish me luck. I'll give Dirty a show.
I'll give you one bit of advice. Be careful where you place them. Okay, you got it right. I can just picture Dirty right this minute. His
It's like
German/Russian accent.
Yeah.
You cannot win.
He knows. He knows. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win. It's okay. I'm just gonna.
But this is not part of the fun, is it not?
Well, I'm making television here, so
this
I'm
is
not
it.
gonna
This
lie
is
down.
the fun. Make him work.
Exactly. He's fast, right? He can get me.
Yeah, he's amazingly quick, isn't he, for mobile? Great.
Come get me, sir. Whew.
I mean, he's got... Yeah, he doesn't have to do it this turn, does he?
No. Well, that was great, man. That was a great show.
Yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
Thank you. You seem like a very relaxed dude, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just here for good times.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's all about the fun. You've got to enjoy it, no matter what you're doing. Whether it's this or, I don't know, real life stuff. That's the most important thing, I think.
Who does
for anything.
real life stuff, though? Why don't you just play games the whole time? Why does everyone have to take themselves so seriously?
I don't know. There's this thing that goes around called money or something like that that you
Nah.
have to use every now and then. That kind of. I mean, if you could get, I guess if you could get paid a lot of money for sitting around playing games all day, then so be it.
What about a little bit of money? Who needs a lot of money? That's just to impress other people.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, enough to do what you need to do. 66.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. I hope you found some of this fun, entertaining, maybe even a little educational and informative. Thanks, Stoney, man. Thank you for coming on the show. Long time
I
coming
enjoyed
with
it
this one.
thoroughly.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Sure. Great fun.
I'm grateful. And you're always welcome to, see any of these games posted, join up.
Cool.
Don't be a stranger, please.
For sure. Well played, Dirty.
Well played, Dirty. Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Come along the ride with me. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday, and I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays. Every other day I do whatever I feel like, and until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination. Good games and good luck.